Virgo. I feel like I was like frozen for a second. Virgo, what's doing it? It's 2:36 p.m. Central Time, June 12th, Thursday, and hope all is well. So what's coming through in downloads is someone could have went to the extremes. Their temperament. This could happen. Say you're in your 30s now. This could have happened in your mid-20s when you're 24 to be exact, or around that time, or you could be 24 now, and this could be happening, or this had happened to a Virgo in year 2024. I feel like it could be like everyone's on a different timeline, right? So at some point in time it had occurred, but in high points for those specifics, this message would be for the individual of that age, year, or range of age. Okay, so what's coming through is like a temperament. Individual's temperament. It's as if an individual is in acting, for example, because that's what I'm seeing. So acting, you would need makeup, right, to create like bruise-like shades, right? And this is not the case. Like, of a situation, it could have came out very serious, right? Because others weren't upfront in, like, for the script is what's coming through. For the script, they weren't upfront. They weren't even ready. They weren't prepared even for some. They weren't prepared for the script, right? They needed like acting practices, whereas so it became very real. And it went as far as bruises were real, not makeup. Okay, so someone wants to apologize of that. They're deeply, sincerely sorry. Also, they could have been drinking ever since, or like really in a down spiral ever since, because of the reality of that is coming through. Okay, referee, you could have been calling it out on site, like calling it out. There's masquerade, like individuals keep trying to have on a masquerade, right? Even though you're like calling it out, or you're like, you could have been the one communicating like, hey, this is not what needs to be done, this has to be done as such and such. But others wanted to fill in a role, like a director, like the character, like the amount of, this is like surrealness, right? The amounts of intensity that is wanting to be brought to the screen. So there's definitely needs to be like a refreshment, a break. There needed to be, even because I feel like this is past tense too. Okay, spirit dad pop quiz. So there even like individuals are being questioned. Also, could be by a father figure. I was about to say godfather, but it doesn't have to be. The godfather could be questioned these days of the situation. Otter spirit came out first, so that is Taurus energy. The preparation is Taurus is reference to, right? So of that nature, they could be wanting like the raw truth, like, you know what I'm saying? They're putting pieces together, but I feel like they want it to come from that person's mouth. They want them to vocalize the truth in order for it actually to make a difference towards like, oh, you're that sincere, like just be honest of it then. I feel like that actually shifts so much their honesty. Could be. And so I just did Scorpio's reading. I didn't have nothing going on with my throat chakra. Noticing the difference in Virgo's energy. So definitely could I be on that? You know what I'm saying? Into deep is what's coming through. Game on. So individual is sorry. They're apologetic at the same time. It's still training a thought or like an emotional drive of being right. Game on, into deep. Like they feel like they are in too deep of a direction of this acting that it's so real. Or someone who is so far off in the acting that it's become even real to them. So I feel like caution, awareness. Okay, also what came through is I love you, but you hurt me, and also that came in reverse. So I felt, Virgo, that could be you, but you had healed from it. Like, I loved you, you hurt me, and now you healed from it. Now it's a part of like recovery, a whole nother, like you in a whole nother aspect, right? Like, how do you actually make a difference of the situation? Like, how do you benefit off of the situation? with the moon coming through first. Deep emotions have been going on. We have the star energy here and the chariot. So it was deep emotions also pertaining to like your growth, your direction, your speed of success. It's a intent to be attached to your success, your life story. Yeah. Oh shit, it's 241. Yeah, your life story, Virgo. Look, you at one side of the pillar and the Five of Cups at the other side of the pillar. So we have here, excuse me, I'm about to get a sip. Hold up. So water is very good. I drink water daily. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, thank you. So we have here the Six of Wands here. The success following the Hierophant to the Tower energy. So the success, there is achievements going on despite the indifferences, right, or the effects, the cause and effects that had occurred that weren't on in alignment according to the preparations, right, that were set in place and were required and are required. For some are currently going through that. Okay, so it's like that. Proceed with caution. Preparate, communicate, right? This is like do the huddle, team huddles, right, to make sure everyone's like sticking to this like movie, right, of creation. This is a film, okay, this idea, this outcome, this year, end of the year stat, right? Okay, and I feel like you're going to, I feel like you're already experiencing this great amount of success internally. Okay, I feel like you're even catching up to the reality of your success. I feel like with this reef, you won of a situation where others don't even realize yet. Yeah, your spiritual awareness it has surpassed others' comprehension, and as long as you're content and with your knowledge, you're better off. Like don't even sway. Don't even sway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what more. Oop. Okay, we have. Okay. The Empress coming through on the moon. The Five of Wands on the Six of Wands, excuse me. Yeah. So there had been challenges set in place. Like you're not challenging your success, however others want a challenge going on. It's like others want to attach themselves to like your outcome, your experience, your story, right, your script, your movie, your idea. You know what I'm saying? Like others had ideas to be involved in your ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's cool, but like, is it though? Like, is it cool though? It's cool, but is it cool? Like, I feel like that's what does that feel like? That's thoughtful, right? That's thoughtful of them, you know, to admire or appreciate or, you know, have the interest in whatever you were pursuing, Virgo. But it's like, but how do they add the value to you throughout the experience, throughout the process, right? And with the end result, right? Okay, then we have the Three of Cups. It's also to ensure that others are adding value to you as much as you add value to them, right? There's a reciprocal exchange, okay? Yeah. There's emotional satisfaction, okay? And then the Devil energy. So the Ace of Cups, then the Devil energy. Controlling. We have here the Magician. I had just seen this one. King of Swords. Ensure that you're like up to date with the process, because Virgos are very detailed oriented. We enjoy, we appreciate the experience just as much as we appreciate the end result, right? The win, the completion, you know, even. So it's like that, like ensuring that the process is enjoyable. We have the Ten of Wands on the Hierophant, Page of Cups, Three of Cups. That you walked away from individuals that were not bringing you emotional satisfaction, that were not adding value to you throughout the process. I feel like at all. They were not at all. They were just trying to attach. Similar to Scorpio's energy that I just did, the Scorpio's reading. Then we have here the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting like elders, like directing, like, you know, like a family function, but the elders are not doing squat. But could probably even making difficulties, if anything. Like, what? Like, no. I'm here like, Papa, Mama, no. Like, you know, and it doesn't have to be for a grandparent, but that's just an example coming through. Okay? 9 of Pentacles. And then the Page of Swords. So then you left, or even wanting to leave this dynamic because you need others more aligned to you to pursue the ideas. Yeah, 5 of Swords, the ideas you have in mind. You don't need other individuals at your ear trying to change like the script, right? As the example, or analogy, like, you know, you need them to be the script. You don't want them to change the script, be the script, right? 6 of Swords, and moving forward, and you're having to be very selective, decisive, strategic about your decisions, okay? And in tune, okay? Keeping the yourself emotionally in tune with your logic in the best outcome, for the best outcome at that. 9 of Pentacles and on the Devil energy. So this is being mindful of your contract that you're entering in, okay? I feel like there is a new contract coming in that is going to be satisfying. It's going to produce benefits, you know? At the same time, it's not as, I feel like it's not as upbeat. It's more like chill, which is cool too, but I feel Virgos being ruled by Mercury, we're all for fast. What's fast? Like the fast pace, right? Change, shifting, we're all for it, but at the same time, we're down to earth too, you know? So it could work for you right now. I feel like it will work for you right now. Not could. Okay? It's gonna create another, it's gonna be a relaxing tone. It feels like it's gonna be a neutral tone there. Okay, I have these go over here to the 7 of Cups. We have here, connect with your emotions, Virgo. Be the light. And track down your fears, if any, and desires, okay? Also be communicative. For other Virgos, be communicative on your intent, right? Be direct in your apologies. If you're apologetic, feeling apologetic, then definitely be apologetic. Provide that apology, right? Don't be avoidant, because avoidant takes away time from where y'all could have been and created a lot of growth, improvement, okay? Success even. So do so. Be active in your life, your connections life, okay? And your family's life. However you need to be. Connect with your emotions. Be really honest with yourself of how you're feeling about a certain person, a situation, okay, and a vision to be. Communicate from your emotions. First balance your emotions, then communicate from your emotional standpoint, okay? Because that's going to create the outcome to be, this is the outcome to be most satisfying, because it's going to be sincere. It's pure as that. It's just sincere. Okay? It's very simple. It's very simple. Just be direct, sincere, active, and this phase. I feel like that's a cycle that's closed out, and possibly closure is wanted. Okay, and for some it's needed, because some are trying to still be involved. Be fearless and bold on this new phase that you're going to be entering into, Virgo. A rebirth is assured. Okay, so like I feel like individuals can reconcile, and I feel like that's the thing. Like some will want to reconcile. Not only want to, they know they need to reconcile. I feel like they also know that what their intents were of the past. Okay, and their intents were to be attached to someone else without giving. Okay, that's a no-go, especially if it's referring to a Virgo. That's a no-go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I have. Virgo, take care. Peace be, ciao.